Vertigo come into the mix. And no idea where this best of 3 will lead us, but it will be huge if G2 lost today, as much as it would be huge if for EG storyline if they were able to finally win, or even if they lose. I mean, basically any outcome at this point for these two teams could be either tragic or allow the boat to keep floating along. Yeah, it'll take more than a win here today to prove something for both of these rosters. But this is an absolutely important place to start.
Current moment, Ethan, front runner up in the apartments. Flashbang comes in through middle. Hunter's going to be put to the test. He's got a teammate with him, and he almost gets himself more than just the one. 2 kills back and forth. Amanek still in a playmaker position. Gets that quick headshot onto Tarek and then dies out to Breeze. So far, so good for both teams. Smoke soon fading over towards long, and right now, EG kind of concerned with short side. They'll get themselves both on the bomb site. Plant will hit the dirt.
Yeah.
And the retake's on.
They just go for the inside site post-plant situation. Limited knowledge here for Nexa. Doesn't know if someone's creeped out into lane. You can see him thinking about this idea. And it's a very strong crossfire from the site.
Yeah, heavy utility for the retake. Double smokes. Pit now canceled out. Frag grenades could bounce off of something and maybe hit him on the money, but nope, those as well. Just kind of going to go deep. We've got Nexa looking for the headshot, dies out to Breeze. Nico going to need to come in big, and it's Stanislaw alongside his teammate to close out this pistol. 3 frags for Breeze, and that's a guy you look to when it comes to impact for EG.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, Breeze, I mean, he's got to be someone that we always talk about. I mean, the problems in EG are kind of weird because I think up until this event, I was like picking them to win their opening games. I thought that they could take a map off of, or sorry, I thought they could take the series versus Astralis back in the global finals just because I thought, you know, new year, the limited results from the last year, some unfortunate situations for them. Maybe it doesn't count. Maybe we do have a very, very strong EG, but they lost again, you know. And so hope is absolutely waning, I think, for anybody with their head on straight. And for EG as well, they've got to fight back against their confidence. I talked to Semler earlier, and he said that he feels like he's got a lot of faith in this Stanislaw and Zeus combo. The fact that they rehash things, the fact that like there's a lot of leadership there, and I get that. I think that's probably the thing that gives me the most faith for like long-term results as well. Now we know EG also have a mean Inferno, and I think G2 have had problems on Inferno in the past, but as of recently, I'd say G2 have fixed their Inferno up quite a lot.
Currently, they're sitting on the top of Banana. Little amounts of utility. And Ethan ready to go with that bomb. Would be a real problem if EG lose that bomb up here. So let's hope Cirque gives the cover needed. Nico with a deagle. Amanek Kenny as well. I'm not going to move my eyes because at a moment's notice, this guy's going to take your head off if you're not cautious. And they are very much grouping up ahead of him, but he drops his first chance. Needs to fall into the bomb site where Nexa lends a hand. And Ethan's going to try to run him down, which works out. That MAC-10 just gets things wild. Rotation a little bit delayed here, so the 30-second mark is when EG get that bomb down. And they're fine, Launders. They're fine. They deal with the flank. 2-0 for EG, shooting through smoke. All is good at the start of Inferno.
Yeah, it's a cool little tactic. They just did the, you can see on the minimap, the 2 flashes at the top of bracket. So they faked like they were taking control of it, and G2 weren't looking at it. And I think this goes off of something that makes a lot of sense here, where if you're on the CT side, like, you might have one or the other, but you almost never have both at once, and definitely don't have both at once on a round like this where you're just saving. So it's kind of a good way for EG to get in their heads a bit, let them know that they might be taking A, and then all of a sudden, like, jostle and hit B quite quickly. So it's enough. I mean, it comes down to just the entries once they get in the site. CTs at the top of B are able to fall back to safety. Hunter survives this one with just 1 health.
Calculated.
In the sandbags. I mean, he's kind of expensive. He's got the CZ, he's got armor. He wants those things. We move on forward. Do you have any gun? Do you have any kit or anything? No, okay.
No. All his teammates kind of looking over at him like, was that on purpose?
You did the math?
Yeah.
You did the math?
He's just staring at his monitor, eyes shifting, like, yep. No questions asked. So, yes, he will move forward with the Kevlar and the CZ. What comes with it? Well, Zeus on Amanek, Flash on Nexa, P250 for Kenny S. And a good chance for Ethan and Cirque, the remaining MAC-10s, to make a bit more money here at the start of EG's T side.
This is very logical, okay? Last round, we had 2 people holding B, and now we've got 4. Okay, so they get the first 2 kills. Nice adjustment. And
Barely.
Yeah. Yeah, barely. He's trying to pull them all forward. But they're not prepared to actually take the site, so unfortunately, G2's trick, it won't work exactly as planned, but they still might run into it. We'll see.
Right, Zeus walks in, and that's an easy pickup for Breeze. At any point, these B players come back, grab bomb. 3-0 here for Evil Geniuses. G2, they had little to work with, and again, just doesn't quite connect as of yet. The CT sides of G2 on Inferno. What does that elicit when I say it out loud?
Improvement. That's like the one word I would describe it. I heard something like G2 saying that they copied all of Astralis' CT side or Inferno. It ain't true. They were not close, I don't think. Maybe they thought they were, but they were not. But they actually got I think they actually made improvements to the point that, like, you could say that they were close to that, or you could see the ideas coming through on CD side. They did improve a lot in the last month or so, and that's just like their value they put on information, the number of tactics and setups they had on these eco rounds. We've always had some cool ones. Here's Cirque starting out hot with a kill on Kenny S. A blind Kenny S. Doesn't even know there's anybody there to shoot him. And this is a tough place to begin because, you know, EG, we're not even all in on banana control. In fact, they've already turned over towards the halls.
Yeah, and the AUG boosted up from Amanek. That's good for 1. It's Hunter to help him out, but that burst from Tarek. Jumping out from balcony, combining with the mid-hit. Good thing for EG that assault comes from 2 fronts, or else it was looking like mid's getting shut down. So the 5v4 turned into the 3v2. Nico, valuable op in hand, and with that smoke grenade kind of canceling out Nexa, not an ideal spot to really run the risk this early on in the CT side. So conceding,
I love this attack,
is what they'll need to do.
I love that attack. So first of all, great opening shot by Cirque with the flash tactic as well. To catch a blind Kenny S is one thing. But then how quickly they organized to attack via halls as well, I think, was also impressive. It just showed that they were adapting on the fly, because you can't plan that you're going to get Cirque's kill. In fact, I mean, you could very easily have Cirque post there, not see anyone, not be surprised. EG take a number of deaths here, actually. The amount of damage that came in, and Nico gets a kill on Tarek as well, so that leaves 1 alive. But here it is, some nice movement, and that flash from Stanislaw to help him. But, I mean, once we're at this point, it's too late, right?
Yeah.
Player down, plus the lane splits coming in. This, like, a stack up on the roof on porch, 1 under. That's great versus lane, but it's not enough to stop a crunch when you have it properly coming out of hall. So, really nice from Tarek to not be too selfish. You know, he's always going to make sure to try to make connections with his teammates whenever he can. And, yeah, we see him do that coming out of the halls really quickly.
Yeah. If he's the one man that makes the numbers difference in that round, then it's what works out for EG. It's what gets them into that A site.
Yeah, and you know, Tarek dies a lot for the stuff that he does, but it's rounds like that show you, the fact that he's willing to kind of do things quickly results in rounds 1.
Well, EG are playing pretty quickly. We had Cirque going for that pick last round, straight out the gates. We've got EG inside of Arch already right now with 2 players, not just 1, which suddenly I feel like if you're one of these 2 A anchors for G2, or excuse me, 3 A anchors, you're starting to feel the pressure that Evil Geniuses are applying, but I love the fact they get into Arch and then stop. And you can see Nico, he's getting squeezed into the gunfight, which Ethan picks up, but not the second kill. Breeze is here to trade, and that is perfect for EG. They could leave A site right now if they want to, but they're still going to loom near. And Stan, over top of the smoke, gets the better of Hunter to get himself the 4v2. Now Kenny's going to have to make a big play, and Stan takes his head as well. Bomb ejects, they've got it.
Yeah.
Evil Geniuses putting the squeeze all across the map.
I finally don't pick EG and then they play this well. That's actually such a nice round from EG. I mean, they actually played that round like chess completely. Look at all the positions in which they have control and don't move. They have Ethan sitting here, they've got Breeze waiting the archway. All the while, none of the CTs have any information about this. They kill Hunter on top of the smoke. They're all sitting on lane control. They kill everybody in all these default positions. Meanwhile, they have encroached onto the site. They've taken over CT. They're killing rotators. G2 have no idea about any of this. Nobody told them.
Damn. Fiery 6-0 start looking likely as it's just Eagles and an ump.
They're not going to slow down this half. They look so good right now. The variety of attacks that we've seen so far have been great. Not saying that G2 are playing bad by any means, but EG are another level of clarity at the moment. So it'll take a lot for G2 to get back into this game.
Right now the pressure's being put on them inside of the B site. We got this wall of smokes to kind of make things awkward. Let's see if one of these Deagles can just hammer home. Nico hopes that Breeze walks over, but look, G2 not the only ones with nades. Terrorists once more just kind of pumping the brakes, then look to get into this site eventually. Ethan trades out. Sure, one man down for EG and another man up over the smoke, over the boost. Hunter stops the bomb plant. Now things get a little interesting. Things are a little precarious, and Ethan's gonna stick to his guns. They're gonna stick to their game plan, get this B site bomb planted. Tarek blinded, damaged by Kenny. Hunter comes in with that SMG. Now it's Cirque in the clutch. And he has this lineup. Don't you doubt him. But with that bomb tap, he confirms his position, and Hunter has that angle above. Kenny S trying to stick it. Amanek gets the kill. G2 on the board in a round they shouldn't have won.
Can we see the Almanac flash? Can you see the Almanac flash? That was really, I mean, it caught I think it caught someone going to the back of a site, thinking about going towards quad. This is just so well done. That one just lands low right in the pool. It blinds oranges, it blinds coffins, and it pushes the guy back out into B. That's actually unbelievable. How much value you got about. Listen, I mean, if you threw that flash anywhere else, it wouldn't have hit all those spots. That's really, really sick. And it did a good job of keeping the pressure up the entire time. Like, yes, it's an eco, so it's like, oh, it's kind of disappointing for EG to lose a round like that. But, you know, G2 had some really nice tactics to claw their way back in. And of course, like right after I say EG are not going to slow down, they lose two pistols. But
to be fair, they didn't slow down. Right? They stuck to their guns, man. They wanted that B site. They tried to force the issue, and G2 just had the procedures and the protocols to stop them. A reality of, you know, the caliber of their opponent here. We don't doubt G2 on an individual level. And that last round showed us a nice little flare of team play.
I'm feeling a little bit of Mouse Sports' T side here in EG in the way that they're taking control but keeping presence on the other side of the map. They're moving very quickly into their execute elsewhere, and I think that's been very confusing so far from EG. And again, they're set up in halls, but oh, we got a good flash timing here from G2 as they go and reclaim mid control. And this pulls the pants down on EG. Their plans have been shown. They're all lining up smokes there for Moto. Oh, but the trade comes back on the reflash. They think they're going to set up again. No rotations in from G2, and we're back to 4-on-4.
Yeah, we've got Nexa, or rather Kenny, moving into the inside of the A site. He's got this angle down on short, dodges the flash, can't land his shot. That would have been a crucial kill for Kenny, and he was given even more chances, but did they know about Amanek? He's just sitting inside the little pit, and he gets hard cleared by Breeze. Comes in late, but comes in time. Before this pit player can really join forces with those two rotators, he's cleared.
That was interesting.
And that's it.
Because that was a situation where Almanac is like, maybe they forgot about me. But literally Breeze is like, we haven't killed Almanac here yet. He's got to be in this place if he hasn't been in the other side of pit. So he jumps out. Now, I mean, this is actually a very high-level game, you know. We're seeing it. It's pretty fresh from both G2's perspective and EG. We had G2 with a very, very nice eco round just a moment ago. And they had a couple cool flash tactics there at mid with like the correct timing to find players setting up for an execute that should be a bad situation for EG. The only thing about G2 in that spot is they don't really use that to try to get information. Like maybe they didn't believe that it was going to finally be an A attack and were scared to try to rotate off a B. Instead, they left 2 there and were 2-2 on sites, which made it somewhat risky. Even if Kenny S gets a kill there, what we're seeing is that his teammate would have been smoked down. Kenny S would have gone 1-for-1. So that's all to say that, yeah, there's some cool stuff from both sides, but no surprise that EG win the round. So let's see what the idea is now for G2. They've still got money. They've still got time here in this half to show some more cool stuff. And they've been doing definitely some new things, some new looks on mid. They haven't used this Virtus Pro lane setup like as much as they are now, that's for sure.
Good missed chance from Kenny. He's being given moments that he can punish, but not coming away with the frags. Cirque, well, he loses his teammate ahead of that smoke, so we do have banana control here for G2. Does this compromise Evil Geniuses? Do they want to go back and re-grab that control? Are they worried of a stack here on the A site? Which, to be fair, They've been able to cut through.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Nico's moving with tempo. He's... Oh,
They're out.
Yeah, they're out.
Ooh, Kenny gets covered by Amanek, who'd repositioned to the graveyard, and Hunter's going to get that kill. Kenny able to dive into the site. Search being called in from apartments, but Breeze needs a reload. Low HP for two of the players here for G2, one of which now down because Cirque comes out from the apps. And they're still thinking, still worrying about that inevitable flank. Sure enough, Nico has worked his way up into the apartments, but Cirque is ahead of the game, and he looks away at the worst possible moment. But when he re-peeks back into it, maybe Nico's already got him. Sure enough, sprayed to the spine. And Breeze, it's your time. 1v2, 30 seconds. Bomb picked back up. Hunter creeping over in Cubby. If he kills Nico here in Boiler, then he can go out. Ooh, but he gets caught. Nico, big round to come alive with that 3K.
Now you could say, oh, unlucky timing for Cirque, but if you look at Cirque and Breeze, there's too much overlap between what they're doing. He didn't really have a reason to not watch his flank with Breeze sitting there in pit. Like, what is he actually worrying about here in that situation? So a little bit more patience would have meant the world, of course, and Nico catches the timing on both players. And Cirque even had a window there to check his flank one more time while there was still 30 seconds up. So I think a slight misplay by him there, considering what Breeze was doing. And hey, it might have been Breeze, too, not communicating exactly what he was watching or what he had covered. But this allows G2 to get back into the game.
Stanislav.
For a second.
Stan the man. Out-opping Kenny S.
Yeah, wow. With this, just off the spawn. Maybe that same tactic. Yeah. So like, there's another example. Again, so the way that Mousesports were playing T-side Inferno, it always looked a little bit scrappy, but it was a great counter to the way that CTs were taking map control when they were playing well. They would move fast. They'd appear to be taking both sites at once. They'd always be able to switch up. It always felt like a fake was coming, so it scares you into rotating. G2 tried to counter that last round, even though EG's style has become that, where they took bottom B control. So there's like there's no guessing. It's either A or it's B later. And I mean, maybe it helped them win a little bit. Nico was the guy who was at bottom B, and he ends up getting the 2 kills in the end. But yeah, there's an interesting kind of stylistic clash that's beyond the game plan coming into the match, I think.
Oh, they're coming into the B site. Nexa back on Dark. Has no teammates here to help him, but Stan doesn't hard clear it well enough. Cirque and Ethan kill a piece. That's dealing with one of the 3 flankers and convinces the other 2 to save. Evil geniuses. Another bomb site, another strategy, and another story of success.
Fresh looks, man.
7 T rounds already.
I hope I'm not overextending here, but I would guess that both teams are surprised by each other's game plans right now, because I don't think either team is playing how they normally play at the moment, and both in good ways. But it seems like EG's innovations are just working a little bit too well versus G2. But I'm also curious now about what that means for the second half, because surely if this much has changed already, you know, what are we in for in half number 2?
Damn. What are we doing up here, boys?
That's a boost, yeah.
Getting vertigo. Too high up. No punish with that one. Nice attempt. Cool flare. But just a party trick. 5 rounds the lead. Evil Geniuses, 7-2. 2 survivors for G2. Kind of kickstarts the cash a bit, but they're still struggling for money. So a timeout is called.
There's still a very apparent weakness where there's a point of the round at which G2 are keeping like 1 in B and like just hoping for a second. And EG are picking the site correctly a lot of the time. Sometimes I think in those spots, maybe lower numbers, G2 should be more comfortable just going for a full gamble. Because then at least you have the money. Like, for example, this round, you would have 3 guns saved, which means that you could have 2 drops. You have 2 guns saved, you can't have 3 drops. So if you're going to have 2 on A site, 1 in B deep, that B guy's not going to win you the round probably. Sitting in emo, either he's going to get mollied or traded. I mean, friggin' Breeze and Ethan are coming into your site. You're not getting both, right? So why not go stack A, save if they don't go A, and if they go B, save if they go B. If they come A, then maybe you have a better chance of actually winning.
Shot sing by the SMG. And that's exactly what got added here to the save as well from G2. An MP9 and an ump. It's Kenny who will be the weakest link, but also the front runner. Sees the grenades coming in. This is already a very clumped up Evil Geniuses, prepared to just burst through anything that may be lying in wait for them. Kenny lets them slip by with 2 smoke grenades over on Arch. They're able to get around the bomb site, but this nice time push by Amanek gives them the opening kill, and then another. Kenny, and then Amanek for the 3rd. Everything falling apart here for Evil Geniuses until Cirque guns down 2, and he knows there's another player over towards the pit. Cirque could be the saving grace, but a flash in his eyes doesn't stop him.
He's sharp.
Incredibly so. You've got 2 more players close on short. Cirque seems ready for it. He dares you to go for this peek. And he's lost his teammate, so Cirque is gun for the ace. He's got that 4th one. Oh, and it's so close. But Nico takes his head off to deny the Bulgarian.
Could have killed Nico first. That's the only lesson learned there.
Damn.
I wanted it for him, man. That would have been super sick. Not only, I mean, it was an eco, but first of all, it was an op, so it doesn't matter. And second of all, his team was going to lose before every single one of those kills came out. Here, the refrag went into mini pit, and then nearly got the 1v2 as well. Very close. Got to see this from
Nico's side.
The winner's POV. Sag.
Hits him in the face. Look at this Hunter. He's going to crank the dial straight down middle. Good damage. Lines up 2 players. Kenny gives that cover. Headshot. And a bit more damage. Hunter, that's all he needs.
Guess we're back into the match now, suddenly. G2 with that. Money back into their favor. Pull out the eco. 2 in a row. And now it's down to Tarek 1-on-4 situation. Round 11. Hope is lost. And they invested. Down to 0 on most of them.
G2 getting a little ferocious now.
I'm happy to see that.
Same, man. Same. With the pace that Evil Geniuses were setting at the start of the game, just felt like kind of G2 took a slap to the face.
I think this is the point at which, maybe we got some tricks here from G2. Too much. Okay,
winnable.
Chill. Let's see if Tarek can pull this off. One of the best Galil players, if not the best, of the year.
Yep.
Okay, he's already got 2 kills down with the bomb in hand through the smoke. They didn't know that he could have actually grabbed it. And instead of going to Banana, he's gone the long way around apartments.
But he's making sound.
Yeah, he's going to be heard.
He's just got to get by Amanek.
And he does. Oh my god, they'll rotate around, so it kind of depends. He's actually running the entire way, which is so ridiculous.
What the hell?
And he'll hear this spotted, but the plant will go down, and maybe he can get into the site.
Now, Amanek's coming in from behind him. He should not expect that, but by going into the left corner...
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there was timing.
Amanek still gets it.
His days were supposed to be numbered. He did play it a little bit recklessly.
Dude.
But he got the space. Amanek was definitely scared of him. Didn't want to kill him.
Man's got all the windows down, roofs back, feet on the dashboard, flying through the apartments.
He was like Godzilla, yeah, just running through the halls.
He's like, you guys want to play fast? Watch this. Sprints. Hey, man, 1v4 attempt, gets 2 kills, finds a bomb plant. I'm going to give it credit.
Yeah, they definitely were scared of him, yeah. Amanek gave him too much respect there, I feel like.
And that's
he doesn't realize how much he got away with just now. He's like, I almost won that. Oh, if I just made this one. No. They let you live, man. They let you live for sure.
Well, look
but
at
it was
the
still good damage.
reward for it. G2 going to be shooting for their 5th round win, and it's just the pistols that maybe stop them. But again, right, look at this tempo. It's G2 looking for the first fights, peeking up into the apartments, looking down alt mid, very close to killing Cirque straight out the gate. You know, not every team can slap G2 around for 15 rounds and a half, and I think EG are starting to realize that.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, I think this is the period of the half, which is even more interesting because it's just like, okay, game plans are clearly changed for both sides. Will G2 be able to learn on the fly? Oh, that's actually an insane trade. This opens up CT.
Nico, though, damage control still only gets
only 1 kill.
Now they're in this weird limbo period where
has not been on today.
They've got CT spawn. They've got the idea of continuing and splitting this B site. Banana Man and Stan could come in huge. We'll see. No, Nexa's going to cut him off, and then that suddenly untravels everything you'd think. Breeze almost got Nexa, and, well, it's right on the corner. The frag would have killed him if not. So nicely done by Nexa. Disengages, re-engages, and successfully takes that 5th round.
Got testy. Crazy refrag from Cirque and Breeze into the archway as well as library. A nice attempt. But Nexa, the custodian, cleans up after the mess his teammates made over on the A site and keeps G2 alive for another round. It did take ecos to get us back into this half, but that leverage was also complemented by, you know, some nice follow-up rounds here. But now we're going to get a full buy versus a full buy, and G2 will be put to the test once again.
Ethan inside of the smoke, right on the other side of this. Oh man, he's just waiting for his chance to take down Nexa. 2 grenades go beyond him. Ethan is locked into this fight. He's taking damage, but he comes up with a headshot. He can't get the second. Circus right there to trade it. Favorable situation for EG, sending that A defense scrambling back over. But because EG don't have that bomb, there's no final nail on the play just yet.
And they're good. I mean, like, it's actually, you know, a gift and a curse, right? But because they slow it down, it's G2 who go for the panic play. And this is, I mean, good from G2 actually to try to do this, but they still don't actually defend. So now, even though you have 2 players that are still here, you've got EG on full alert for these positions, and the trades come through.
Yeah, did they anticipate Amanek already being so close?
Like,
no, not at all, man. Cirque's running around with a pistol out. Tarek's going to dive down into the pit, and he gets his gun out in time.
Okay,
good
but
thing.
that was good. That was good. You know, like, they didn't get the trades because G2 were so sharp, razor sharp, right? I mean, Cirque, look at Cirque. He's crispier than breaded chicken right now. These 3 frags. And you got the opening kill from Ethan. Look at this one.
Boom.
Nico, don't let the door hit you on your way out. And then even Stanislaw, like, nobody could get damage in on these EG players. But they did respond to the problem well. They got the rotations there. They gave themselves a lot of chances. They hit dry every single one.
Only guy who had a real round-winning chance would have been Amanek, and in that 1 versus 3, he was just kind of lucky. Stan was on the other side of the map. Evil Genius is really still assuming that he wasn't over there. But Tarek, as you said, everybody looking crisp. Falls into the pit and gets another headshot. Headshot after headshot here for EG. Individually looking very strong across the board. And economically, G2 looking very weak here in the 14th.
Yeah.
Saving for one final buy this half, but they've gone for the B stack. They want to make sure there are more players nearby. It's an even faster rotate than last round because they're already here. Stan's going to creepy crawl in. Ooh, he doesn't see him. Oh, Nexa's going to get a little bit of damage with that one. Bit of a gimmick play inside of the fountain. And then a flash comes through, but Stan very quickly just slapping Hunter away. 3rd player off of the coffins. Kenny S still in here.
Here's another problem, okay? We got EG. I mean, first of all, G2 is supposed to be the most stacked lineup maybe in the world. But right now, EG are look like they're pound for pound better aimers than them. So not only strategically are they keeping up and both teams are doing interesting stuff, but like Stanislaw is not losing duels. Cirque is the better opper right now. Ethan's getting all the entries. Tarek's refragging. What else do you need? Everybody is actually on point.
Ooh. Kenny's got a deagle though. 2 players very low. This could be one of those magical Kenny-S moments, but Ethan's training the op on him. Amanek's gonna come through the smoke with a Zeus and both players die.
Yeah, it's a good try. Like, they definitely look good in spots, but not nearly as consistent right now as EG. The EG never really look like they're having fun, but it's not really something that I'm concerned about when I see their camps. They just always have this kind of different level of focus where I think they stick to the game plan, they trust it. Sometimes they don't execute it well, like when they're inconsistent, but yeah, I mean, they definitely achieved levels where, I don't know, I think EG have so much to show. It's cool to see that at least right now. Now I'm just even more curious about what happens in half number 2. And we're already at the point where it's close enough. Either team could still win. This is not done for G2 by any means. And what ideas will they have in half number 2 is a big question. But when we chalk this up, it's going to be hard to say that G2 had an okay half because they didn't win rifle versus rifle maybe even a single time. They won an anti kind of force buy. They won 2 rounds where they were ecoing. And so I don't think there's too many bright spots here from G2. I think they had some tactics in the rounds where they did cool stuff, but they didn't actually win those rounds.
Nope.
So that's the problem.
So we can see them trying to piece it together, so we'll give praise to that.
Yeah.
But the pieces are still falling apart, man. Not sticking. Not sticking the landing. If you fail the landing, you don't
break your legs
at all. Yeah, you break your legs.
Break your legs.
Kenny S. Walks in, gets his opening pick. Nice op. falls away from short. And let's see what EG can do to close the half, right? Nothing to lose here. 15th round of the half. So they're going to have to make their play. Wild, however, to think that that right there is Kenny S's second op kill.
Yeah.
His second op kill of the half.
Definitely not look great, man. Not look great. And, I mean, T-side's not going to be opping, so maybe that'll be good. I don't know. Not super on point today.
Cirque
is.
Yeah, exactly, man. He's like, oh.
Honestly, like, Kenny S, he's been getting a bad rap, but I think in reality his stats aren't that inconsistent. Cirque has been pretty inconsistent. Maybe they're kind of almost similar. But right now, Cirque is definitely playing in peak form.
They're posted. We've got an op fight here towards short. We've also got a third player keeping eyes on balcony, so these guys short are a little bit wary of it, but really they could just focus in on mid. Cirque and Kenny doing the dance of death. Nice little snap on that one. They're trading players. Both the oppers still up. Come on, Cirque. Come get some. Kenny S gonna get his third kill on the round before Ethan takes his head off. And now Amanek, last man inside the A site. 10 seconds to spare. They need to get in here right now, and he just left the bomb.
No bomb.
There's no time for this.
Oh, he can... He forgot, yeah.
Yeah.
Thought he ran over it. Unfortunate to go back to mid. The trade comes back, but it's EG all day.
Well, Evil Genius is still going to have that 3-round lead at the end of the first 15. But don't forget your bomb, kids. It's pretty sound advice. And we're back with what will be the T side of G2 here on Inferno. I'm not willing to write off G2 just yet. I think that maybe they were caught off guard by a well-oiled war machine in EG's offense. Now it's their turn to try and throw a couple punches.
Yeah, I think they'll have some cool stuff. Definitely don't think it'll be too flat. I mean, even if EG outclass them this match, I think we'll definitely see some cool stuff from G2 hopefully. But EG, I'm sure, are most looking forward to playing CT side, so this will be a great test for G2. And it'll just come down to like, oh, did Evil Geniuses change that much? Do they need to here on CT side?
Well, they get Hunter all the way out into the corner next to Apartments entrance, and then looks like everybody else is going to go banana. This could very well catch rotates if EG decide to push down middle. So right now, I would not want to be Tarek. I'll put it that way. Alone on this B site. Smoke in hand, of course. If the offense respects it, then maybe he'll be okay, but looks to me like G2 really anticipate Evil Geniuses going for that heavy mid retake.
See if they run through this or not.
Oh, nice.
They could run through it now, but even the retake wouldn't be so bad. Stanislaw, he'll get caught out by Hunter. That's actually really cool. He finds this timing and the entry into B.
Hunter's still going to be given some time to lurk around the A site. Breeze coming in for him, and he's going to get that headshot.
What a way to win it, too.
Oh, but G2, they're still kind of like stutter
They didn't
stepping.
actually commit to the B site.
Yeah, they had gotten on it, then they left.
I think EG have they have a kit somewhere to probably get back, right?
Sitting right here on CT cross.
Okay. So then they're fine.
20 seconds.
Oh, he saw him.
Oh, Cirque gets the headshot.
Clinical.
Bomb's kind of getting left in no man's land, but they're giving back a kill via Ethan. Cirque, he's looking to do it all.
He's hitting everything.
Amanek's going to turn his attention back. 10 seconds. He's looking for the kill behind him. Now it's a 1v1. Cirque, he's changed corners. Amanek has to stick this bomb. Cirque's going to come sprinting in. Amanek gun up. Oh, a bit of damage. And Amanek falls away. There is a kit on the play. Cirque sticking this down to 2 seconds. Amanek, oh, Cirque sticks it almost all the way.
Oh my.
0.4 left on the defuse as G2 takes second pistol.
Oh, he had lots of time. He could have gone for the stick and won it early. But if Amanek even peeked once, that's I think he could have afforded to play that a different way. Of course, Amanek could have called the bluff if he wanted to and not peeked out, and there was a chance that Cirque wins. But wow, after all this damage too. Oof, this is it's a misplay at one point or another because your guy on B does not need to die to Almanac, but of course, he's somewhat tucked and doesn't expect Almanac to push. So it's a very nice kind of 1v2 from that perspective. So now we've got a power play. EG, the bottom of mid. They didn't even win last round.
Yeah, Stan. Oh my god, it's Stan got by T. Not only does he go down middle, kills the
Do they have
first
smoke
player.
there? Oh, they got a molly downstairs, yeah.
Dude, now he goes back. A little bit more damage as Amanek's trying to dig a hole on the A site for everybody to fill, but Tarek just doesn't even let go of
He
W.
didn't stop at all.
He flies in on him.
Okay, on this episode of Who Would You Rather Be, Scrawny, who would you rather be?
I would rather be G2.
Okay.
Because for the moment, we've got Evil Geniuses still very separate, and Ethan on the back of this bomb site has 7 health.
He's going to get 1. Let's be real. Oh, no, they're rotating.
Or are they?
Yeah,
Oh,
Tarek
yeah,
is.
here comes Tarek. And if he puts that smoke grenade down right in the nick of time,
Oof.
ooh, come on. No, he's going to keep the gun up.
Well, if he does pull out the smoke, that'd be a mistake. Doesn't pull him forward.
The moment Ethan distracts them, Tarek's sprinting through this. You know he's going to do it, but he looks the wrong way. Ethan, out with the first one. Come on, almost. Has a chance, but Hunter dives around it. And sure enough, G2 prevail. But let's be real,
That was
just
awkward.
barely.
Yeah, just barely, yeah. I told you Ethan was going to get 1.
You did say it. What I didn't expect was Tarek to run through smoke before Ethan shot, also looking the wrong direction.
Yeah, that was a bit awkward. They just walked all the way across.
Yeah, they had
It seems-
both gone into the barbecue pit.
If they, yeah, I don't know. That's a, yeah. A very precarious and interesting situation. Just literally had Stanislav run down mid and flank logs. As if it was Furia.
Crazy round, man.
Crazy round.
What the heck is going on?
I mean, the good damage means we've got the full investment by G2, but because it costs EG don't save anything. Oh, they come into this with only the upgrades on the HEs. They get some back. Some damage is done here. And this is actually very kind of important for at least EG to do damage here as opposed to try to save. So reading the stack would be brownie points. And yeah, they might come up mid. And even though it's just USPs, this mid crossfire is so dangerous. G2 are a team who do it the best, so they should know. But we'll see if they commit or not.
Oh, flash is good. A little bit of damage. Look at the HP go down for G2. 3 guys still susceptible to death, but Stan takes shots to the head. It's Amanek with the MAC-10. That's who you want on it. 9 rounds all as G2 string together 3 to start the T side.
Only 1 death, so, you know, not bad at all here for G2. A really, really strong start. And the buy will come in now. 1 rebuy will also only be a MAC-10, which is a boon for having Amanek on your team, who's so proficient with the MAC-10. You really save a lot of money and always have nades with a player like Amanek. It's no joke, you know. That just makes a big difference.
3 players here for EG on Banana. Utilities thick and heavy. And yet Nico almost finds Sanctuary. Tarek going over the wall. I'm not sure how much he saw.
I think they knew.
Yeah.
We've seen him on that spot.
Of course.
So much. Actually,
Perched like a parrot.
they did that so well where there was just so much chaos. Nico didn't even know when to turn from anti-flash. Just died looking into a wall. And yeah, that's a big way to shut down. Some of G2's biggest wins on this map is when Nico can take Banana by himself. So for him not to be able to have an option to come up late onto Banana and peek into the site or to get the kill right away in the early stage of the round, this takes a lot of the lifeblood out of G2. Another T Inferno. What molly is he lining up there? Is it first, second oranges? Maybe.
Not sure. Let's get an aerial. One towards corner, and yep, right on top of orange. Does both sides. And Nick, of course, going to be the front runner, but he gets barrel stuffed by Tarek alongside Ethan. The hold is good. 3 kills off the back of it. Not a single death here for Evil Geniuses.
Uh-oh.
It's a bit brave of, of G2 to challenge the smoke.
Just like to say, we didn't have any rounds like that from EG, right? In the first half. Where it looked that panicky coming in through the smoke. They did the full exec. I don't know if they were counting nades incorrectly. Maybe didn't expect to see the extra smoke. Did they actually sub out a player in the middle of the round so they have enough? Because they might have Basically, what G2 might have just thought that they didn't have another smoke for this, but lands perfectly right as they're coming through the mollies. And then, yeah, they're forced to commit because they just took their utility belt off and threw it into the site. So there was a bit of sunk cost there for G2, and they couldn't surmise the entries. That's kind of like how you want the rounds to go on CG side.
Of course.
But they never end up going that easy.
Yeah, that was
but when you
perfect
talk about,
looking from EG.
Yeah, exactly. When you talk about it, you're like, have a smoke for the exact they come through. There's no choice.
That's textbook defense.
Right.
None of the offensive utility changes your position.
Yeah.
And everybody runs through a smoke.
Yes.
You kill them, take no damage.
And you kill their star player without them refragging the beginning of the round.
You're fine.
You're fine.
Now, if Evil Geniuses can just do that 6 more times, this game is in the bag.
You know, even 3 more times if it's a streak and they have to save and stuff. So they got to EG got to stop the bleeding. They need to put some Heather hand wraps on the bleeding.
Just because you learned what gloves were this week.
I love skins.
Oh. Timing on the nade. Hunter goes all the way out, all the way back in. But falls into the apartments with 30 less health than what he had when he started.
I mean, they're quite timid right now, so this is what I was talking about with Nico. Like, just walk up here, be very dangerous. You know, he might be on the corner, but he can always peek out. He's not afraid to peek out by himself. No nades. It's very makes G2's attack very powerful. Oh, and now he'll actually lead in, so they might throw a smoke on him. We'll see.
Ooh, but he's inside of the smoke, loses his vision on the side of the fire. Ethan takes his head off. Now the rest of G2 have to get the job done. Molly on his feet, but Ethan still takes one with him. 2 kills for Ethan here on the hold. 5 seconds to spare, and Tarek, well, causing a bit of chaos inside of the bomb site. Flustered was G2, but successful in planting nonetheless. We've got 4 players up for Evil Geniuses. Cirque with the smoke. Double flash, and Hunter, kind of feeling that inevitable squeeze, decides to get active, takes a player down, and a second, nearly third. Amanek off of quad, leaves Cirque to try and clutch this. He's got a player up close, and then that man back there. He knows Amanek's locked into this position, and as long as Amanek never peeks, Cirque can offer us nothing. Eventually, Kenny decides to take the initiative, and G2 will take the round.
I think the way you described it was best. Hunter feeling that nervousness of like, we're giving up too much control in this spot. Let me just try to get this fight. This will be the risk I take in the round. That swings it completely. Tarek getting denied there slows things down. Maybe speeds things up in a negative way. Like they feel the need to get the retake going, and it makes things uncomfortable. But EG in that round were in a really, really good spot. Where they took out Nico right away. They had a nice job stopping the entries. And there was a lot of awkwardness from G2 getting in. But at least they close it out. It's a favorable retake for the CG side, but the individuals on G2 were a bit stronger. But they were not that clean coming in. And I think I just want to put a pin in that because we're going to have another rifle versus rifle round coming up. And surely they're going to try a similar B attack again. I also want to know who threw that molly into Nico in the first place.
Oy.
Uh-oh.
5-7 getting the better of the MAC-10. Hunter hears the fallback, but there's 2 players on Boiler. He's got to be careful.
He like tried to bait that out. It's pretty tricky, but they didn't bite.
What's the move here from EG? Looks like they're going to take that initial 3-man stack, send one over to the B site in the form of Cirque. Leave Breeze and Stan on A. Arch completely open. G2 are about to take it from him. Not with 1 or 2, but rather 4 players. They're 100% going to sink their teeth into this A site, and Stan, well, he just took some early damage. So that doesn't bode well for Evil Geniuses. But they come sprinting over from the B site. Maybe they could still crunch these players in Arch if they get slowed down somewhat. Breeze backside. Oh, Nexa almost dying out to that mistake, but sure enough, then 3 kills from G2, 4 kills, and the 5th man spotted. As Ethan makes a bit of sound here from Library, he is doomed. Sure enough, an 11th round for G2, now in the lead. This T side, 5 rounds to the favor of G2, only 1 for the Evil Geniuses.
And they're very tricky right now. They appear to not have any grenades. Then we got Stanislav with the smoke at 30 seconds, sitting on the site. They're split up in a 2-3, and they actually delay for rotators. Breeze in the back of the site taking advantage of a bad molly is very, very, very scary.
Yeah,
Lots
that
of
could have been
different things.
costly, man.
They're doing a lot with a little here, which is good for EG, but at the same time, G2 cleaning up these anti-ecos. They've got the most recent rifle round. So we're going to have a tac timeout. Of course, I don't think at this point either team feel like they're going to win. You know, as much as they might lie and tell you in an interview, yeah, we knew we had it the whole time, neither of them should, because they've had some pretty bad losses recently, both of them. And those are going to take a toll. But I'm sure they both feel like they can win. I think that's the most interesting and maybe scary part here. So let's see how EG will fare now that G2 have this lead. 1 round lead. But the money is pretty honest from the side of G2. I'm sure EG realized that 1 round could swing back a lot of momentum.
Nico challenging the smoke, waiting for it to fade. Kind of pulling an Ethan, but he's not going to find anything with that one. EG have already fallen into the B site. Remember, it was Breeze who got that kill versus Amanek in Apartments last round, fell into the bomb site. You know, they decided not to hang on to that forward control. And this round, kind of similar. Instead, putting 2 bodies with guns towards Arch. G2 having had Banana, having made that sound, they've completely left that. They are very much overwhelming the Apartments. Like termites, they are everywhere.
Yeah.
They're in the walls.
They've got this lane stack. They've got to worry about a Hall's pop potentially, but EG, they're getting up formation. Yeah,
Perfect. On the money. Nexa's going to try to save this as he jumps out from the Apartments, gets onto the bomb site, and plants. So it's still a man advantage for Evil Geniuses, but my goodness, dude, they found that mid setup to a T. They take down the 2 players, both fumbling utility. And now Nico, he seems to me like the X factor in this situation. At any moment, he can come back down from Boiler. And you see Stanislav very wary of it for the moment. Now, if they just leave, say, Ethan to watch the flank, the rest of everybody can move forward. Nico is still in a powerful spot, and Nexa's making it even easier. Amanek comes in from Graveyard with a kill, but it's Nexa from the deepest corners to really seal the deal. G2 losing 2 players in a 5v3 and still taking the round.
Yeah, they got the instant refrag, which was sick, and they definitely weren't advantaged per se in that post-plant situation. I'm sure EG felt quite comfortable, but they were coming a bit slowly all the way down Banana. They were really kind of taking their time, and the 2 players at mid, although they both got kills, now we have info on 2 players that are supposed to be on A, down to the 1 trade on the player who came out of Halls when the CT started to rotate back in. He wins that duel there, that's when it tumbles on. But really nicely done from G2 to win despite losing, 2 players throwing nades at mid. This is very, very competitive. And it's a very dynamic game. And we're honestly, like, we saw G2 pull out the exact same tactic to stop G2, to stop EG in the exact same way at mid in the first half. They used a flash when they did it, but specifically to stop the Hall's lane split. So, yeah, it's cool to see a different look, a different way of doing it. EG just kind of walking out. No flash at all.
Silent but deadly. Dismantle what was that 5-man full exec, and right now they're going to try to maybe catch a player down mid, but we've got Hunter in the trenches, Amanek in the Apartments, and Nexa to the top of Banana. Again, we get a little bit of a fallback. Yeah, look at that. They made a bit of sound launders. They get 4 guys over to the B site, and now they're going to go ahead and just completely overwhelm A. And the one sole defender in the form of Breeze. Unless
Flank 5 of them.
Unless Breeze gets away with this kill on Kenny, and now he's got himself an op. He could throw himself at the bomb site. I mean, this would have to be something magical.
No.
But Breeze gets 2 to start.
He's up. He's aiming for it.
They've got their bomb plant. The pistol players, they all have Kevlar. If anybody gets their hands on the guns, then this is one of those wild situations where, like, you want to believe for EG, and right now, Hunter's position's been found out. He dies out to Ethan. This is Breeze who set up this entire play. 4 kills back for G2, and it's going to have to be Stan to finish off in the clutch. He falls down from the balcony and dies because Amanek arrives. 4 kills for him and a 13th for G2.
Woo. It's all Amanek all day with the MAC-10. The 4 frags here, bailing everybody out. What a play from Breeze, though. He knows that they're all walking up arch as well, catches them on their way around, says what up with that op from Kenny S, and Amanek bails him out. This definitely would have all fallen apart if not for him. So a key target, but yeah, very important player in some of these moments, and doesn't get scared, doesn't get shaken. G2 will take it to 13-10. Don't think this game is over by any means. Lots of fight here from both sides, and okay, but when your opera starts getting rifled down, that's when it gets scary for sure. Great shot here from Amanek. A player, one of 2 players right now that I think is important to focus on, because we know he has high peaks. We saw what he did in the inaugural tournament when Nico joined the team, but has fallen off since then, alongside Hunter, who has fallen off a lot as well. And that has made this a very weird situation. Now we're looking for refrags, and tons of damage gets done. Oh man, they're going to try to rotate in, but does this round just fall apart in this way? All off of top bracket control. Yeah, we've got a player in pit. Such an unlikely spot here for the 2 players left on G2 to try to retake. But will they do it? I mean, Amanek is low.
Oh, Hunter. Excuse me. Can you not? And with that one, Evil Genius's chances just disappeared. Nexa plants in the middle of the site, 14 rounds for G2. Can we take a second to talk about Amanek?
Sure.
Because, you know, there was the whole back and forth between Amanek and Jax, and, you know, Amanek, I think, has the higher skill ceiling. We would see Amanek come over and just take players down. I believe it was like that one event when Nico first was added to the G2 roster that we got the return of Amanek, and it was something special. Well, it's been a little while since we've kind of seen those powerful performances, but tonight he is 24 and 15, and I feel his impact round after round at the moment.
Yeah, him and Hunter both really had a good first tournament with Nico and then just fell off, basically. So they're kind of trying to prove that that shouldn't happen. And now G2 on fire, looking for 15. I can't believe how quickly this game got away from EG. Felt like there was tons of fight there. Strong first half. You know, a pistol is, of course, huge. And it's Amanek with the 1v2 on the second pistol as well. They've gotten away with murder more than a couple of times, and now are just about to get away with the whole damn map.
I'm so happy at the end of the first half when we kind of watched G2 struggle that you put a pin in it. You're like, this map's not over yet. And here we are, 1 T-side later, with a single CT round win for EG. They've had chances. And remember, this second half began with 2 back-to-back clutch round wins for G2. Right now, though, they're getting wrapped. We've got Tarek coming down middle with that FAMAS in hand. And Kenny S not even looking. Now, Tarek's just going to go ahead and leave. Another one of those situations where, like, EG have a chance, but G2 have the edge. And Nexa, rounding the corners, gets the better of Ethan. Anticipates the peek from Cirque. He's now down to 15 HP, so if it's not going to be Tarek, I don't see who's going to really rob this away from them. Amanek planting right on the side of oranges as Tarek's smoke soon fades. Hunter remains with eyes behind him, making sure Stan can't rob them again with this flank. That's how they lost Kenny S to begin with. Man advantage. Nexa gonna draw that attention, kills the AK and Tarek, and closes the show with the final frag v Cirque. That is 15 for G2, 5 map points.
Damn. Yeah, and somehow, another one potentially gets away from them. This is crazy. I mean, everyone's gonna forget the contents of the match. When we look at that first half, we saw some really great stuff from EG. So I think it's a huge shame already that this game isn't even closer. But, you know, they made their own bed here in the second half, and G2 definitely showed why they could get back in. You know, a lot of individual plays, but that's what Carlos paid for when he built this roster, okay? So he's getting his money's worth. Not only are they keeping up enough strategically and tactically, but their players are showing, you know, super high peaks and clutch moments. All right, what could be the last round of the game here in round 26? We've got low grenades. The op on Cirque got rifled down from Almanac the last time that he had this. A nice off angle from Ethan at the top of Banana. They play it so quietly, Nico's thinking there's nobody here at all. Something that Ethan doesn't often do, just stand there with no nade support, no players or anything. But he wins that key duel. That got them their 1 CT round and a half, I believe.
Smoke soon fades, and, well, there's nothing there for G2. Because Evil Geniuses, of course, falling back and going to play the vertical angles. We got Tarek boosted up on CT spawn, and then Ethan jumps himself up onto the oranges. So, looking to attack from the skies. G2 still with enough utility. Somebody better put a Molotov on oranges. That would fluster Ethan enough to maybe cut him down. And over the top it goes. Ethan, though, doesn't have to move. So, sure enough, he's going to distract Amanek long enough for Tarek to strike. And then Nexa will kill Ethan, and Tarek can't get himself a second. Kenny S able to catch his head. 3v3 is where we're left off. And G2 have their bomb plant. So now we have to piece together the retake. We've got 2 members of Evil Geniuses coming in from the banana flank. We've got Cirque posted, ensuring nobody can swing out from orange, but there's nobody there. It's Kenny S behind quad and 2 players deep construction. They are smoked off for the time being, and Kenny, well, he's burned out into the open. That bodes well for EG. Now they've got the edge. Nexa, though, he could wrap around from CT spawn. It's being kept eyes on by Cirque. Damage here from Hunter, but both players dead, and a defuse for EG. The game keeps on going.
Okay, let's keep on going. It's a damn great shot from Cirque to keep them alive. That turnaround, if he doesn't get that kill, you know, it's 1v2. The 2 CTs are going to be nervous as hell with somebody right there in CT spawn ready to swing on them, so it could have gotten sketchy. But it wasn't. And here's where the entry comes in. I thought that, the entry on the retake. Those grenades were perfect, by the way. Everything was well drilled. And I will say, I feel like in a lot of ways, G2 are the more well-drilled team today. Whether it's the retakes, the T-side execs, everything, they've looked a lot more clean. But yeah, that doesn't mean that you'll necessarily win. Now, what's another key to victory? Can they kill Nico every time? I mean, maybe he's not going to go ahead and do that and give them that opportunity. And now a new look.
Cirque looking to hold the line. 2 kills for him. Gets the 3rd.
That's a spectacle from Cirque. Nexa left alone. EG quickly climbing back to 12 with that. An insane hold, and it's always scarier when you have nowhere to fall back to.
Of course, man. He's pinned in the corner. Sure, he's got a teammate there, and of course, Breeze did get a kill in the mix, but Cirque knew he was fighting tooth and nail, and so is Nexa. Gets his 2nd kill in the 1v5. Doesn't have the bomb. G2 fans, lend him your energy.
Wonder what he was doing there. That Lane said how he would have. I wonder how Cirque would have transposed from that position if he was going to sit there, wait, peek into mid. If they expected G2 to do something fast up mid, if that was just a really great kind of setup and call out the gate, or yeah, if there was some kind of read there or what, but it ended up being the right call for sure.
Crossfire setup. There's no reason Nexa should ever win this. And Stan's going to put an end to it real quick. Not even give him his chance in the final 1v3. 12th round for EG. Buy up yet again on the cards.
I mean, show some resilience. They've shown a great game plan. They can look back. It's all about attitude at this point. Honestly, if this game gets any closer, I'm going to say that EG were the better team and lost. And that's not something, you know, I want to throw around in a lot of matches. So we'll see if EG can kind of keep their heads on straight, because they've clearly got enough setups to keep them afloat. Cirque is on point today. If he's not getting out-dueled by Almanac. And beyond some of the unlucky search situations, retakes look pretty solid. There's still hope here if they want this win. It just really comes down to whether or not they can see it. Good numbers on both sides.
Cirque playing well tonight. That is his 14th op kill after that schnazzy 3-piece at the top of middle. Compare that to Kenny S's 5. But we also know Kenny doesn't play the op on the T side.
Yeah, he's been grabbing it. I don't know if he picked it up, though. He's a couple rounds here, but yeah, he's not often buying it.
And doesn't die on it. Ooh. Nico! Oh, now that is commitment.
Unfortunately, I would take a 1-for-1 every time, so we'll see. It's Nico. And they also retain map control here, right? So they not only get the kill answered back, but there's map control gained. Plus, they actually take the risk of walking down to logs. This was quite a brave move. Let's see if Nexa heard it. I actually don't know.
Stan looking to deliver. Oh no, Ethan, he just got hit by a hard grenade.
But they're still...
Yeah, Kenny. Oh, he hard clears it. Now Ethan's compromised. Loses his teammate, and remember, took half of his health by a grenade to kick off that entire engagement. But Ethan, he's coming back. He's going to walk through smoke, and he almost lines up too. That would have been huge from Ethan. Instead, we've got 50 seconds left. G2 with an open B bomb site, but they don't commit.
Yeah, but EG, they haven't moved yet. Cirque's starting to take attention here, and the smoke will come down CT. Cirque going back to mid. They start to walk back a little bit to check flank, but I don't know if they're going to commit here. And now Cirque leaves. There's no noise being made, so this could come down to a read. 35 seconds, and it looks like Nexus trying to sell this fake. This will be the correct read. Maybe a boon here to have the IGL alive. This could be the play that makes the game in the 2-on-3 situation. Nexa trying to sell the fake by himself, but they won't see his teammates. It comes down to the 2-on-2. Lots of grenades here for G2 as they plant for Arch, and Almanac is the first point of contact.
He sits inside of the arches. We've got Cirque already through library. He fires. Amanek piecing this together, and Breeze, unsuspectingly walks right into it. And Hunter, he's got the headshot, which means G2 have map 1. And in that first half, I'm going to be real. EG had me. But G2 with a hell of a comeback. They win that second pistol. They string it for 3. An anomaly of a CT round before 6 in a row from G2. Then we had a little bit of fight in Evil Geniuses, and we give them props for that because it was a fresh face